All right, good morning. Transitioning to Every Student Succeed Act, ESSA. Perhaps you've heard about No Child Left Behind, Goals 2000. Well, this is the educational act that was worked on during the President Barack Obama's last, he was the last president, so this is the work that was done under him. So let's see. Frequently asked questions. January 18th, 2017 was when it was updated. So here is what you will find. It says, where can the public access the text of ESSA? And it's all online. So how will the Education Award administer the fiscal year of 2016 appropriations for the state formulas grant program under ESSA, and what do not have competitive subawards? See, there's so much money that goes into education. I think we just need to understand that when the federal government gives money, that there's some expectation of the benefit. So anyways, guidance and the flexibility, implementing interventions in schools identified, really talks about the flexibility, but it really talks about having to implement services to children. Here we go. Just want you all to know, all ESSA flexibility waivers are null and void as of August 1st, 2016, but the priority and the focus must be continue to implement interventions beyond August 1st, 2016. And so the ED is providing these states with allowances to permit states to support these schools. So they took away the waivers. You don't understand. Taking away the waivers means taking away the hold harmless clauses for people who are involved in public education to ensure that it is happening. So here it is, transitioning to the guidance regarding Title I programs and the requirements, how the state and the LEAs are local educational agencies, administer the 2016 Title I formulas in 2016-2017 school years. That's not too far back. We can remember, we can recall if anything really changed in public education. And what should we say? For me, looking from the outside in, I see failed services and I see great services. Great services are for children and families whose parents understand the intent behind public education. And failed services are for people whose families do really not understand the intent behind public education, and it is a burden to them because behavior and behavioral norms are really a reality when you talk about public school system. So I want to get to something that we can really talk about. Here it is right here. Title II, Part A requirements. Must the state ensure that special education teachers are highly qualified as defined in Section 9101 of the ESSA, or the amended No Child Left Behind Act in 2016-2017. If the definition is highly qualified, it is no longer applicable that special education teachers are what are the federal requirements related to professional qualification of those teachers. Must the state comply with the requirements of 2141 as amended? And then must the school comply with the Section 11H6, whatever, this No Child Left Behind? Notify parents of their child who has been assigned to or taught for more than consecutive 4 weeks, consecutive by a teacher who's not highly qualified. It just goes through these requirements, but let's get down to the meat of this. It says on December the 10th, 2015, President Obama signed a bipartisan Every Child Succeed Act, ESSA, which reauthorizes elementary and secondary education of 1965. So, it really has not been that long since we've had public schools in America. It's grown so fast that it really is not educating all people. The reauthorization law sets high standards and contains policies that will help prepare all students for success in college or future. It prioritizes the excellence and equity and recognizes the importance of supporting great educators in our nation's schools. And so it's asking if you want to have some questions, you can always contact ESSA right there. And here, where can the public access the text of ESSA? Here it is right here. If you are watching this video, you can always get online and find this text. It's not a shared file like this, so I don't think you can click on the link because it's not a link, it's a video. This is how will the ED award administer the fiscal year of 2016, the appropriations under the grants. Because what's happening right now is all of the money is going in one pot. That's why the hold harmless is going away. No more waivers. That's what we need to understand. Okay, scrolling through. What is the accountability requirements? The state and its LEA meet in 2016-2017 school year. Section 5E1A of the ESSA provides that ESSA Section 1111B2, as authorized by NCLB, is effective through August 1st, 2016. Section 1111B2 contains requirement of each state that receives Title I Part A funds must develop and implement a single statewide accountability system, including establishing annual measurable objectives, AMO, defining the adequate yearly progress, or the AYP, and holding Title I schools and LEAs accountable under ESSA Section 1116, according to the 1111B, 1116 are no longer effective after August 1st, 2016. The priority focus under ESSA flexibility, CB3, or the school LEA improvement interventions applicable to the school or LEA through 2016-2017 school year. A state that is not implementing ESSA flexibility, but is no longer required to ensure that the LEA offers a public school choice, supplemental educational services, or related notices to parents during the 2016-2017 school year. Kind of confusing in there. Let's see. Are there any NCLB requirements which the state or LEA need not comply during the 2016-2017 school year? Yes, there are things that they don't have to comply to in order to ensure an orderly transition from ESSA requirements under NCLB to those under ESSA. The department has identified the following provisions with which the state or LEA need not comply during the 2016-2017 school year, because those provisions are not continued under ESSA. So all these things they don't have to contend with, but know this, they have to do something. So let's just keep scrolling down. They don't have to do these. Okay. As the ED continues to analyze ESSA, it may update its list to the necessary. Please note, however, that any requirements not explicitly included through this document forthcoming guidance remain required through the 2016-2017 school year. CB11 for specific provisions that ED will not require the state or LEA to comply with, so that the priority focus school is able to continue to implement appropriate interventions in that school year. Okay. But, I think the deal is that they're really supposed to be doing some work here. And we have to figure out where the work is done. Okay. A state submit a consolidated application in 2016-20 for the funds? Nope, they didn't have to do it in 2016. As the guidance information is provided, the document is applicable to LEAs in 2016-2017. So as you can see, we're only talking about 2016-2017. So you already know that 2018-2019 is coming because it's already here. We're in 2020. So a lot of those waivers went away and we are working under a different guidance now. Okay. This has a long way to go because I think there's like 37 pages in this document. What options does the state educational agency have with respect to requiring LEA plans or applications? Prior to the department's approval of the state plan, consolidated plan, before awarding these funds, the LEA or state must meet a minimum to collect assurances included in 8306 of the ESSA. And a state educational agency also collect any other information that the SCA deems necessary for proper implementation of the grant. Continue use of existing LEA application consistent with the requirements of the SCA. Collect individual LEA program plans consistent with 8305 and of the SCA or the state educational agency may not require the LEA to submit a consolidated plan until the state has approved the state consolidated plan. So who really knows what's going on here? No, I don't know. Here's the flexibility. And here's some more talking about. Know that there are rules that people need to be applying to the way they use these funds, and they are supposed to reach all students because the federal money is supposed to be for the support of the students who are in poverty, and that's or neglected and delinquent, or the students who are in foster care, or the students with special education needs. Okay, so there is some real guidance as to how the money should affect these children. Okay, section 6213B and 622. Oh, gotta take a pause here. Stop. And I gotta stop the recording.